Good day, listeners. This is North Star to Southern Cross Unveiling Canada and Australia podcast. I am John Fraina, your guide on this cross hemispheric journey. Join me as we uncover the unique contrast between the Great White North and the land down under, exploring landscapes, cultures, and everything in between. Let us now dive into the heart of Canada and Australia. Two nations, two stories. Happy listening, everyone.
Let's contrast the religious beliefs of Australia, Canada. In both our nations, religious freedom is vital, right?
Absolutely. No official state religion explores faith within legal bounds.
We Aussies put our religious institutions at the forefront, owning and funding crucial services. But here's the twist. Aussies are a bit reserved about sharing beliefs in public. A delicate dance, recognising tradition while embracing evolving beliefs.
Impressive. In Canada, we're all about pluralism and freedom within legal limits. Canadians value privacy, keeping religious discussions personal.
Interestingly, we both say no to an official state religion. You do you within the law. Day, folks, this is a North Star to Southern Cross. Let's talk about art and architecture in a flash, eh?
You got it. Aboriginal dot painting tells Dreamtime tales. In Canada, it's Inuit prints capturing Arctic stories. Different strokes, same storytelling spirit.
Next, colonial vibes, Heidelberg School in Australia paints bush beauty. In Canada, Hudson River School romanticises our vast landscapes. Nature's our shared canvas.
That's awesome. Lastly, abstract vibes, Rosalie Gascoigne in Australia using found materials. In Canada, Jean-Paul Riopel's all about vibrant global abstraction. Colors speak louder than words.
Now, architecture. Sydney Opera House, our modern gem. In Canada, they embrace sustainable wooden designs like the Brock Commons Tallwood House in Vancouver.
Colonial charm. Old Melbourne Gale reflects Victorian elegance. In Canada, Lower Fort Garry in Manitoba showcases our Hudson Bay style. History in every brick.
Skyscrapers, Q1 Tower on the Gold Coast for luxury. In Canada, they got the CN Tower in Toronto, a symbol of engineering greatness. Well, that's the art and architecture snapshot today on North Star to Southern Cross podcast. Next, we're going to talk about the music and dances of the both country in Australia. Our music spans Indigenous beats, folk melodies, and contemporary hits. Genres like alternative and indie create a rich cultural symphony.
Up in Canada, we're rocking pop, country, and hip-hop. Artists like Drake and Bieber showcase our global musical impact.
Oh yes, I know them. Their songs are spreading worldwide. In Australia, Indigenous dance is a vibrant part of our heritage, intricately tied to the Dreamtime, telling tales of creation and spirituality. Our bush dances, influenced by European traditions, bring communities together.
The Dreamtime sounds profound. Over here in Canada, we've got powwow dances that play a crucial role in our Indigenous culture. These dances are a vibrant expression of our connection to the land and spiritual world. But it doesn't stop there. In urban areas, Canadians are tapping into global dance trends. Hip-hop and ballet, for instance, have become popular choices, adding a modern flair to our diverse dance scene.
Both our countries have dance traditions that speak volumes about our rich cultural histories.
So let's talk about our food, shall we? In Canada, we cover our fries. Yes, fries, in a delicious concoction that makes poutine. French fries topped with cheese curds and brown gravy. Poutine is about as deliciously Canadian as you can get.
Okay, so first off, yes, we call them chips in Australia. We like to deuce hot chips with chicken salt, which transforms it from good to absolutely freaking delicious. Another thing about us, Australians bloody love Vegemite, and we like to combine it with other foods for, well, fun, I guess.
The Canadian equivalent of that is maple syrup. Locals drizzle it over virtually everything they eat, including salmon, lobster rolls, and bacon.
ready to dive into the cultural festivities. Today, we're bringing you the vibrant festival scenes from Australia and Canada. Let's get this party started. When it comes to cultural events, Australia is known for its world-renowned festivals, such as the Sydney Mardi Gras, the Floriade, and the Adelaide Festival of Arts. Here are the sample festivals from the Floriade. Wonderful, right?
Meanwhile, Canada is home to several major cultural events as well, including the Winterlude, the Montreal International Jazz Festival, and the Calgary Stampede. Let's see the Calgary Stampede. Hey there! Ready to explore the intriguing contrasts in Aussie and Canadian etiquette?
Absolutely. Let's dive in. Aussies don't criticise for not following formal rules. Canadians are laid back about formality. Language and politeness. Aussies swear casually. Canadians value politeness, though opening doors can be contextually patronising.
Socializing. Aussies split bills, frown upon frugality. Canadians share the sentiment, avoid formality, and discourage prying into personal matters. In tipping, Aussies no tipping. Canadians tipping shows gratitude.
General manners. Aussies value pleasure and punctuality. Canadians apologise, prioritise politeness. Visiting etiquette, Aussies focus on quality time. Canadians plan ahead, appreciate help with cleaning up after meals. There you have it, folks. Etiquette differences between the land down under and the Great White North.
We're moving on to the traditional clothing and fashion of Australia and Canada.
In our country, we have this hat named a kubra, an Australian clothing style introduced in 1872. Also, Drizabone is a significant part of our country's heritage. It offers durable outdoor apparel and unique, modest clothing from work to the weekend. You should check it out.
Yeah, I should check that out to be like an Aussie look.
Mark Twight and Michelle Walkden escaped kidnapping in Colombia because they were wearing only sandals instead of hiking boots. This is how thongs became famous.
Wait, what? Sandals?
Yeah, and guess what? The kidnappers had no idea that Australians could walk around in sandals. They assumed that doing so would make them slower.
Wow, that's an excellent skill, Aussie girl.
Yes, I know. It's our blood.
In Canada, tradition meets modernity. Think beaded moccasins, fur-trimmed parkas, and the iconic tuck in Quebec. Knitted hats, AK tucks, are a nationwide fave. In the past, staying cozy meant parkas, scarves, and unisex classics like Ojibwa shirts and woolen caps kept us warm. Do you know Roots, Canada Goose, and Lululemon?
Yes, that is like a fashion brand, right?
It is a Canadian brand that gained international recognition for its unique styles in modern fashion.
I guess we finally tackled all the cultural differences between us. From traditional clothing, foods and cuisine, arts and architecture, music and dance, and the festivals and celebrations.
There's one more. I think this one is way more challenging because we will distinguish the differences between Canadian English and Australian.
Oh, right. I mostly forgot. Let me start on our official language of Australia. Did you know that our language is a divergence from British English that began in the 18th century with the establishment of the colony of New South Wales, recognised as distinctive from British English for nearly 2 centuries? Australian English evolved as European settlers from Britain, Ireland and Germany intermingled.
That's exactly why you also have the British accent. Totally amazing. In our country, we have Canadian English, often abbreviated as CanE, CE, or NCAA, which serves as one of Canada's official languages alongside French, which is the primary language for 21.3% of Canadians. It encompasses a range of English dialects spoken in Canada, with Standard Canadian English being the most prevalent. Broadly, Canadian English is a mix of British and American English. This reflects the influence that the US and UK have had on Canada.
So that also means we both have the British accent. But wait, let's give each other some examples that are different from yours.
That's a great idea. In Canada, we say toque instead of beanie or woolly hat.
I just heard it now. In our country, Australia, we often say thongs are flip-flop sandals, not the underwear.
Oh, I thought it's underwear, though.
Oops. The time slipped so fast. I enjoy talking to you, my Canadian friend. I hope we can hang out someday in Macca's.
What do you mean by Macca's?
It's the McDonald's in Australia.
But that's a wrap, folks. We've covered a myriad of contrasts between the wonderful lands of Australia and Canada on North Star to Southern Cross podcast.
We hope this exploration sparked your curiosity and deepened your appreciation for the unique flavours of Australia and Canada. But the adventure doesn't end here. Join us for more insightful journeys on the next episode. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and stay curious. Cheers!
As we explore the festivals that unite communities and the musics that transcend borders and the various ways people express their religious belief, it became evident that Australia and Canada both value diversity, freedom, and inclusivity. The interplay of social norms and etiquette, the diverse array of language and dialects, showcase the unique yet cohesive blend that characterize the individuals from the Great White North and the land down under. Before we conclude this episode, I just wanted to say thank you for coming along on this journey across hemispheres. Keep an eye out for more stories from the North Star to Southern Cross. See you next time. Enjoy your listening and may you always discover new horizons.